Yeah. You don't know. Clean car, crisp on the vibes. Hear this. Shine up the ride, brand new every time. Clean car, crisp, make the whip look fine. Gloss pan the tire, chrome start to gliss. Nobody do it like Clean Car Chris.
What's up, viewers? It's your boy Clean Car Chris. Welcome back to my channel where it's all about car detailing with nothing but good vibes. Yeah, man. Today I'm going to be giving a BMW 2026 750 its first wash. It's been sitting in the dealership, in the garage, outside in elements for a while, so it's pretty dirty. So I'm going to dial it in, baby. Let's go. Yeah, man. I the one Clean Car Chris, never two. You understand? So we're out here giving this car a professional wash. So if you're being professional, check it out. You got to have your setup ready. You know, you gotta be neat, looking presentable. You know, you got my buckets ready over here. I got my table set up with all my tools and, you know, buckets, my vacuum out, and my caddy with all my chems. You know what I mean? You gotta be, you know, representing your business, looking sharp, you understand? So, anyhow, before we start, let's give this vehicle a quick look, man. It's such a nice vehicle. It's brand new. Like I said, it's been outside in the elements. It was in the dealership, at the garage. You know, obviously it was left outside for a long time, so it's pretty dirty now. Or however, check it out, man. Take a look inside. Look at all these, you know, attention to details here. You know, it's definitely a ride suited for a boss. And my client, who's a dear friend of mine, he is just that. He's a boss. And he hit me up and said, yo, Chris, come down my new ride in. So, without further ado, let's get it, baby. Start with the wheels first. I know a lot of detailers out there like to use knee pads, then that pad you just throw on the floor and then kneel on, but I like my good old trusty chemical guy's bucket. Don't know, never failed me yet. So I can see these tire walls are pretty brown, so this Adams will definitely strip down the tire. I remember this lip here too on these wheels. These wheels look like they might be quite a challenge to clean. What I mean by saying that is, you see how many spokes there are, right? So, you know, you got to take your time, especially when you're going in here with your barrel brush. You don't want to be rushing, and you know what I'm saying, guys. You got to pay attention to the details and take your time. Take your time, but move in a steady, you know, brisk, you know what I mean, brisk motions. Just moving at a good speed, but not rushing. That's what I'm trying to say. The wheels are not that hammered, just the tire wall was pretty dirty. So to do the actual wheel itself, I'm going to use some brake buster. Try to get in the barrel. Alright, and you know what I'm going to do too? I'm just going to, you know what, sometimes, you know, you do different styles. Today, I hit it with the brake buster. I'm going to foam it down just for some added lubrication. They're black rims. You know what I mean? So you don't know, you have to take extra special care. I brought out my Boar's Hair brush today. Super delicate. Rims that you kind of have to be really delicate with. My client told me that it was it's black and black, you know, or matte black rims. So I made sure I carried this brush today.
Shine up the ride. You don't know, yeah. Clean car, crisp on the vibes. Hear this. Shine up the ride. Brand new every time. Clean car, crisp, make the whip look fine. Gloss on the tire, chrome start to gliss. Nobody do it like Clean car, crisp. Clean car, crisp. Clean car, crisp.
So that people always wash out your brush them. Right? Always wash out your brushes after every wheel, you know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, like an hour later doing those wheels, I'm just playing. That took me like about, I don't know, 5 minutes a wheel. So, you know, we're gonna move on to the body of the vehicle now, and as you can see, it's pretty hammered outside. So we're gonna set it up with a nice pre-soak, pre-wash. Check this out, guys. Today I actually have, let me see, 3 foam cannons with me. I have the one over there, my MTM with like a pH neutral soap. And then I have these 2 here that I carry with me sometime here. I have this MJJC. I usually have like protector wax in here. And then I have this old chemical guys one that I have Geon foam in here, which is the pre-wash. So that's what I'm gonna foam down the vehicle with now. So let's get to it. All right, guys, you know what time it is. Foam time is the best time. Yeah, man, so we're gonna let that dwell for a bit, make it break down all that grime. There are a lot of bugs on the front too, so that will help break up some of the bug guts and stuff. So let it sit there for a little bit, and then rinse it off, and then proceed with the contact wash. Let me tell you something, that's why I love Geon foam, awesome pre-wash. Already when I'm rinsing on the vehicle, I see a lot of the debris just coming off, a lot of spots that you think during the contact wash you'd probably have to like pay more attention to. I already see them like just rinsing off pretty easily. So very important, guys, get yourself a quality pre-wash. So yeah, man, we rinsed off the Geon foam, the pre-wash, and like I said earlier, I love it because even all the bugs that were on the front, a lot of the times if you use a quality pre-wash like the Geon foam, it will actually take care of the bugs for you. You know what I mean? So you don't have to double back and use you know, something like Green Star or what I use sometimes, the pianist bug. You know, you have to double back and, you know, revisit that area again. You know, it's the pre-wash just kind of takes care of it. Not in every circumstance, but in today that's what happened. So I'm happy about that. I like to mention this vehicle is fully PPF wrapped, right? So you don't really have to worry too much about scratching paint and all of these things. However, I'm still doing my due diligence. I have my 2 buckets out. I have my separate mitt for the lower panels. So, you know, just to switch things up today and show you guys a different style. Sometimes I like to go around and just go ahead and use my lower mitt rag and my detail brush. I'll go around and I'll just go ahead and take care of all the lower panels first, like so. So, you know, like these areas here that are more down, you know, like I said, the lower panel areas. I'll just go around and take care of those areas first. I'll go around here. You know, I use one side here and then I can flip it to the other side to catch the actual body of the car, the lower panel here. Just like so. And if you want to be super cautious, you can always rinse out your mitt. I'll go again. I'll carry my brush to attack the front. Flip my mitt. And that's why I have my brush here too, so I can pay attention to these areas, these little grooves and stuff. You know, just kind of get the suds out. Like I said, guys, this is just giving you some options, you know. You don't have to do it like this. This is the way I do it sometimes. It depends on the situation, the condition of the vehicle, just how I'm feeling that day, you know. I like to try different styles, different methods, you know, just different ways I can work on becoming more efficient, faster. You know, I am concerned about speed because, you know, time is money, but I'm not in a rush, however. You know what I mean? I think where a lot of detailers go wrong is that they have a lot of bookings and stuff, which is great, but they end up rushing because they got to get to their next appointment. You know, I try not to get involved in that rat race too much. I give myself enough time in between appointments. And it's just me, right? You know, flip to a clean side. This part here. One more area up here. And there we go. All the lower panels and the front grille are taken care of. So what I can do now is I can foam up again, but with a pH neutral soap. And this will just be more for a little bit of cleaning power, but more so for like lubrication. Is this mandatory? Sometimes in this situation, probably not, because I already did a pre-soak. I'm just kind of doing it just for the sake of the video and just to kind of give you guys options, right? I mean, like I said, the vehicle is fully PPF wrapped. So if did your due diligence and took care of did your pre-soak and stuff, I mean, and you use a good wash technique with clean mitts or whichever wash medium you're using, then chances of scratching the paint are very minimal, like I said, because this car is fully PPF'd. But at the same time, I mean, there's no negative in doing this, I would think. Like I said, it's extra lubrication, a little bit of cleaning power. And man, I just love sharing different styles, different ways with you guys, you know. Viewers out there, hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you tackle your details, your process. And yeah, man, I've been doing my series, Meet the Detailers. And I've been enjoying watching how different detailers do things. There's so many different processes that you can do to get the job done. I mean, as long as you're doing it safely and you're not damaging the vehicle, you're using your chemicals properly. I mean, after that, it's kind of just boiled down to personal preference, I would think. You know, so don't get too caught up in social media, guys. And just because this detailer is doing it like that, you feel like you have to do it that way. Experiment, find your process. You know what I mean? Use your chemicals right. And man, you're good to go. Just don't half-ass anything. Just take care of what you're doing, you know. Dunking my material now. I did the whole roof area and windows and stuff with it, so give it a little clean off. Squeeze out. Dunk back. Make sure it's nice and soapy. Tackle the hood. And man, I'm using the pH neutral soap, the Pearl. Man, tell you something, PNS. Shout out to PNS. I love this soap, you see, man. It works well in the sun, and it's just super lubricated. The lubricity is like way up there. Remember, we already catch the lower panels, and these panels are pretty much clean already due to the pre-wash. Let's keep flipping your mitt. Alright guys, you guys are lucky this video, you know, because this is going to be the third time I'm actually foaming up the ride. You know, just giving you another option. Protector wax, awesome protection for the vehicle. Customer states he wants it on, so it's safe for PPF. So let's go ahead and foam up again. So again, baby, foam time is the best time. right, so let's listen to it, guys. You hear that? I don't even know how to describe this now. That how do you say that? The sizzling. That's a protector wax doing its job. You already see it beating up. So leave it there for a little bit and then rinse off. Yeah man, it's so satisfying seeing the beading. It looks so much different than how it was looking previously. Yeah man, a quick style I can give you guys again too is once you blow off majority of the water, I usually leave like the roof. And I use my drying towel to kind of like sop up some of the moisture on the roof, just to kind of prime up the towel and on the windscreen here. So when I'm done here now, my towel will be kind of primed up. Because you know, it's good to have your drying towel a little damp, I find. I mean, you could always just use your water from your pressure gun, right? And just mist it. But I mean, just giving you a quick style, you know what I mean? So once I finish this area here like this, the towel has a nice, you know, it's primed up a bit, so you can go ahead and continue and dry nice and safely. Another tip by your boy, Clean Car Chris, baby. Yeah man, I have to big up my new series, you know, Meet the Detailers. If you're a detailer out there in South Florida who wants to highlight your business on my channel, hit me up in the comments or leave me a DM at Clean Car Chris on Instagram. I'll get back to you. Can shoot a movie. Let's get it.
Clean Car Chris, funny vibes. Hear this. Shine up the ride, brand new every time. Clean Car Chris make the whip look fine. Gloss pan the tire, chrome start to gliss. Nobody do it like Clean Car Chris. Shine up the ride, brand new every time. Clean Car Chris make the whip look fine. Gloss pan the tire, chrome start to gliss. Nobody do it like Clean Car Chris. Clean Car Chris. Clean Car Chris make the whip look fine.
All right, viewers, thanks for tuning in again. You know, it's your boy Clean Car Chris. Every Wednesday, 4 p.m. we drop a new video. Remember, Meet the Detailers is a series. That's the vibe, guys. Look out for that. We have episode 4 dropping next week. But in the meantime, check out this ride, man. Look how it came out. Brand new BMW 2026 750. See you on the next one, guys. We out. Boom.
Nobody do it like Clean Car Chris.